that you're blessed and that everyone around you is blessed as well. I'm Tina from Tina Wonderfully Made. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can join this wonderfully made family. We talk faith, family, and books. Welcome back. If you are here all the time and you hang out with me, I totally love you. Let's get into the video. Okay, so today is Saturday. I was gonna include this day in the last video. However, it was already long and I didn't want to have to edit all that stuff. So first of all, look at my hair. It's cut. Yeah, so today I just relaxed in the morning. I didn't even do my reading in the morning, but I was able to get up, make my husband some breakfast, get ready, because I met up with one of my Bookstagram friends, Priya, and we went to this library. The library is like 30-ish minutes from me, but we met up, and it was so cute. Like, first of all, we went because there was guy was driving crazy, but it was a silent book club, so we did read silently. There was also a book swap, so I took 3 books. I took The Paris Apartment, what was the other one? I took something else, and then Malibu Rising, because I had 2 copies. But I ended up bringing, what was that book? The Woman in the Window, because I had 2 copies as well. So I brought The Woman in the Window, Malibu Rising, and The Paris Apartment. Someone took Malibu Rising, but they didn't take the other 2, so I just brought them back with me. However, I did get 3 other books. I'll show you those when I get home. And then I stopped at one of my favorite bookstores that's in the area as well. The one where I go and I sell books to them, or they sell them for me, and then I get like a portion. So I had like $30 in credit. And so I grabbed a few books, and then I paid for one. I think it was like $6 or something. So I'll show you those when I get home. If not, I'll film tomorrow, because right now I'm going home to meet up with my daughter and my grandkids. We're going to take them skating with our church. So yeah. But today, I didn't even mention the best part of meeting up at the library. So I thought it was just going to be the silent book club. However, like in the next room over, they had like crafts. And so the lady that was hosting the silent book club was like, hey, when you guys are done reading, if you guys want to head next door, there are some crafts you can do. She didn't mention that they were bookish crafts. So I'll show you those too. Like, we did one of those, I think they call them like anxiety bookshelves. It's a little bookshelf, and you put like little books in there and you shake it. But it was so cute. And then I made I painted a little TBR plaque for my shelf as well. You can paint like bookends. You can make bookmarks. You could like design your own book cover or something. I don't know. But there was so many cute things. And then they had like a wheel spinning thing, and you could win like prizes every hour. So I just won a chip clip, which I'll probably use for when I'm doing my junk journaling, or I'll use it for my snacks too. I don't know. And then I got a pen as well. It was such a cute little morning. little bookish morning. And now, so like I said, I'm gonna go home. I'm heading home to meet up with my daughter, my grandkids, my husband. We're gonna go skating with our church, and yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the day with family. I'll probably film a little bit, I'm not sure, and then I'll probably film what I got and what I decorated later on. So let's go on with our day. So it's the next day. I was going to show you what I got from my time out with my bookish friend. And yes, I have the same sweater on from yesterday. It's okay. It's okay. Like, it's cold here, and this is the closest sweatshirt that was to me this afternoon. So anyways, it is not Wednesday. It is not. It's Sunday. You've hopefully watched my last video that I posted. Go ahead and check it out. It's just spending a bookish weekend with me. I was showing you some bookish hauls that I did. So here's another one. I'm telling you, every time I go out of this house, a book has to come back with me. That's what I'm feeling. That's the vibes I'm getting. So I don't need to be in the streets. Also, my hair, I did mention that I had my daughter cut it. I am a whole different person. Anyways, so let's get into it. Let me recap from yesterday. So I met up with a bookish friend that I follow on Instagram. She lives probably like 30 minutes from me or so. And we've hung out a couple times. I just see her as a little sister, like my little bookish sister. That's what I'm gonna call her. I absolutely adore her. She's the sweetest person. And we had seen on Facebook that there was this, what was it? A silent book club. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, but it was a silent book club. When we got there, they said, like, after we did our reading for, I think it was like an hour and a half, then we did like a book swap. So I had taken 3 books, and I did tell you in the last clip what the books were, but I had thought I had grabbed 3 books. I grabbed 4 because there was like a whole lot left that no one wanted to take, and I was like, let me like go through and see if there's anything else that catches my eye. So I'm going to show you what I got. The first one that I picked up, and I remember having this on my bookish wish list on Amazon, and it's The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth, and it says everyone in this family is hiding something. So this is talking about, I'm guessing, a mother-in-law. I did read the back, but my short-term memory is not great. Neither is my long-term memory. Let's just be for real. So let me just read a little bit. It says, from the moment Lucy met her husband's mother, she knew she wasn't the wife Deanna had envisioned for her perfect son. Exquisitely polite, friendly, and always generous, Diana nonetheless kept Lucy at arm's length despite her desperate attempts to win her over. And because she was a pillar in the community and an advocate for female refugees and a woman happily married for decades, no one had a bad word to say about Diana except Lucy. That was 5 years ago. Now Diana is dead, a suicide note found near her body claiming that she no longer wanted to live because of the cancer wreaking havoc inside of her. But the autopsy finds no cancer. That's all I'm gonna read. There's more, but it already sounds crazy. Another one that I had grabbed, I think there was a second one that I had grabbed, and I swooped it up really quick. I didn't think anyone was gonna grab it because there was only like 7 of us. Hold on, there's a sticker on here that's driving me nuts. There was only 7 ladies there, which I thought was crazy, but The town that I went to is also kind of a small town, so I didn't expect much. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the last clip, but it's like 30, well, the library I went to is like, it said like 20 some minutes away from me. Anyways, that came off really good. The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I think I have another Toni Morrison book. I want to say I do. Anyways, this one a lot of people talk about and say it's really good. Just remember, a lot of people reading this and saying it was like life-changing because it makes you think about what we think of ourselves and what other people think of us. So I'm glad I picked that up. Hopefully I get to read it soon. Maybe I should make it a priority this month since it's Black History Month, but we'll see because I have a lot of books to read. And then I picked up, I think this is the third book, and I had just picked up 3 because I had taken 3. And so I was like, you know, and then they said if no one wants anything and there's still stuff on the table that we can like grab whatever. But this one is A Stranger in the House by Sherry Lapina. And this one says Karen Krupp was home making dinner for her husband. She was expecting him any second. The phone rang. It was the call she had hoped she'd never get. She jumped in her car and raced to a neighborhood she thought she'd never visit. She peered into the dark, deserted building and braced herself for the worst. After that, she remembered nothing. They told her husband, Tom, she'd been in an accident. She must have lost control of her car as she sped through the roughest part of the town. The police suspect that Karen was up to no good, but her husband refuses to believe it. Her best friend is not sure, and even Karen herself doesn't know what to believe. Then she realizes something in her house has been moved. Someone's been there, and now everyone is a stranger. Everyone has a secret, one they might even kill for. Okay. And I still have yet to read a Sherry Lapina book. I'm trying to get like the sticky stuff off. And I've heard nothing but good things, so maybe that should be a priority for my TBRs one of these months, hopefully. And the first time I heard about Sherry Lapina, it was from Shaughnessy, and she said, I think it was, oh, I don't remember which book it was. Oh, I thought I had it. Nope. I forgot which book it was that she like hypes up, so I'm excited about reading that. Then last one, because after everyone picked what they wanted, there was still books left. So there was one that caught my eye, but I was like, I don't want to be greedy. And it's The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I have heard nothing but amazing things about Riley Sager's writing. I just haven't read anything by him. I know like some of the famous ones are like The Only One Left in the House Across the Lake. So I have those, I just haven't read them. I also have Final Girls, and that's what it says here, like author of Final Girls. And I'm not gonna read it because there's a whole lot back here, but I definitely want to go in blind as well because they say like his books are really suspenseful. Anyways, so those are the books that I got from the book swap from the Silent Book Club. Anyway, I need to hurry up because I'm talking too much. Now, after we did all that, we did book swap and all that, they said, oh, next door in the other room is some crafts, but they didn't tell us what kind of crafts. So when we walked, we were like, okay, let's just check it out. So when we went in there, nothing but bookish crafts. And we were shocked. We thought it was gonna be like little like trinkets and stuff like that. But look at what we made. Like, so cute. We made every single thing. So like the little books we had to cut out, and I ended up finding The Bluest Eye, but we had to cut the papers out and then put the foam glue it all together. We also put the little shelf in there, the background. There was a painting station, so if you wanted to paint it, I just did like a quick little border around here, but I liked like the neutral. But yeah, so it's supposed to be like one of those anxiety bookshelves where you shake it, all the books fall off, and then you just go and you put them back on there, I'm guessing. Thought that was super cute. But then there was like, you can make bookmarks. I think I mentioned this in the last clip as well. Bookmarks and bookends. You could paint those. And then they had these little plaques, and I painted this one. I did gold with like a brown background, but now that I'm seeing the brown, I'm like, maybe I should have did a lighter color. Anyways, this is gonna go probably on my TBR cart, which I absolutely, oh, now that the light's catching the gold. Okay, so they did have these. Somebody must have printed these 3D printing, but they also had like romantasy, they had lit fic, they had rom-com. There was like a few other different ones, but I like the TBR. I also have one from, I bought it from somewhere else. It says Thriller Avenue, but they did have like the avenues and the boulevards and all that stuff. I just thought TBR was cool. Okay, next. So on the way, or after I left the library, I was like, okay, one of my favorite, well, I should say my favorite bookstore is down the street. So let me just peek in, because I had taken some books to sell, and let me see if I have credit. So I had the $31 of credit. So I ended up getting 6 books, and paid $6.91 because I had my credit. Yes, all these books except for one were $7. So I got the 7-year slip. I think I'm the only one that has not read it, by Ashley Poston. I heard that it's like clean romance or like closed door romance. Let me know, comment down below if I don't know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I got that, $7. The Tenant. I'm trying to get all of Frida McFadden books. I have like maybe a few more that I need to like get, but The Tenant was there. Somebody paid $18 for it. I got it for $7. Wardy. This is after I read the Housemaids series. This was the one after that, and I was like, okay, like it was okay. But I want to go back and read it because I'm not, like, I know it has to do with like a psych ward and stuff, and like crazy things are happening, and there's like a plot twist that I was just like, what? So I definitely want to give that a try again. This one, Bridge to Haven. Remember I had said that I didn't have it, that I should have picked it up at the free bookstore when I had the chance, but I didn't. Well, they had it there, and it looks brand new. These are all used books, by the way. Because since I gave this 5-star, I wanted it on my shelf. I want to go back and highlight what I highlighted on the Kindle, so I can have this, hopefully reread it eventually. And then the next one that I got was River Sing Me Home. And this one just sounded so good. The cover is beautiful. And it's just talking about a plantation in Barbados in like the 1830s when the Emancipation Act was set. But then like those slaves are talked into like staying again. But there's this woman that escapes and she's trying to find her daughter or like her kids. I know this is probably gonna wreck me. Comment down below as well if you've read this. Tell me what your thoughts were or like what you rated it. I haven't even like looked up the ratings on like Goodreads or Fable or anything, but just by the back cover I already know it's gonna wreck me. And then the last book that I got that was $3 was The Housemaid's Wedding by Frida McFadden, and her short story. I heard this was just like a, okay, but it's less than 80 pages. So just a quick read. Okay, now, on the way home, there was 2 books that I had taken out of my 3 that no one had grabbed. So I'm like, let me just take them back. I'll drop them off at a little free library. And so I wanted to go back to that one that I went to last time or this past week. And because there was this one book that I wanted to get, but I only had 1 book on me. You know, I'm not going to be greedy and take a bunch of books and only leave like 1. So I was like, let me go see. If it's there, I'll leave the 2 books and just grab the 1, which I did. And I got Wild Dark Shore. And yes, I absolutely cannot wait to read this. Also, I grabbed another bookmark. Why do I keep grabbing bookmarks? I don't know, because I'm addicted. I don't. And this is the one that I grabbed. Oh, it's not gonna focus. The cute little girly bookmark, and it has like her QR code and her little free library name. So cute. But this one just sounded good. I'm not gonna read it because it's like a whole lot too, but it sounded really good. It has high ratings. That is it. That is all that I got. So I'm gonna close this out because I want to go through all of my books today, and I'm definitely going to get rid of more. Like, there are books that have been sitting on my shelf for so long that I feel like I'm not gonna get to them. But maybe I would. Like, am I talking myself out of this? Like, I don't know. There are some books that I do need to get rid of, though. Just for me personally. Nothing to do with the books or the author or nothing. Just, anyways. With that being said, don't forget to read today. Did you read? Also, remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.